like and subscribe to help me get this message out. And if you don't like and subscribe, then discuss discuss what I'm talking about with your friends and stuff, and let's get this message out. So the first thing I want to do is preface why I'm bringing up this subject. I saw two videos. One was from a South African man, Caucasian. Another was from an American Caucasian. And they said that if things were turned around and black people were in control, we would do the same thing that Caucasians are doing. Or if we got in charge, in power, we would do the same thing that Caucasians have done to them. And I take that as an insult. That is an insult. There is no way on God's green earth I would do the satanic things done to black people to Caucasians. I would not use a child as alligator bait. Such a thought would never cross my mind. Fast forward to the 2000s. I would never go to a child's birthday party in a park with a truckload of racists and hurling racial slurs at the children and pointing guns at them. I would not do that. And to even think that I would do something like that is, for me, an insult. Now, I'm going to leave a video. It's an hour video, but all you need is 5 minutes to understand what cognitive dissonance is. Cognitive dissonance is what is the mental screw up that racists suffer from. It is the mental imbalance that racists suffer from. Cognitive dissonance, all you have to listen to is the first 5 minutes. Now, understand this. When reparations are paid, and they will be paid, all I want is to live in peace. That's all. I have no desire to run around in a white neighborhood hurling racial slurs, name calling, and attacking people's kids. That to me is not a part of my character. That is not a part of my character. I am a Hebrew Israelite, God's chosen people. And I would never disrespect Jehovah, Yahweh, God, by doing the things that the Israelis are doing, and then calling myself God's chosen people. I would never disrespect my God that way. Now let's get to the nitty-gritty. If black people wanted to attack Caucasians, they would have done it immediately after the Civil War. When we had towns, and in the 1920s, when we had towns and cities, 140 black banks, and we had Black Wall Street. We did not attack Caucasians. You attacked us. Understand something. A thief doesn't trust anyone. An honest person tends to trust everyone. But when a thief realizes a person is honest, then he can take advantage of them because they don't expect it. And it's the same thing with a demonic person and a person who is not. They don't expect this. And I'm bringing this up to lean into what happened Thanksgiving and the reason for thanks for giving. Thanks for giving. When the pilgrims or the settlers came to the Americas, they settled down. They were not familiar with the weather. Winter hit. They were freezing. They didn't know how to hunt, didn't know the land, ran out of food, and the Native Americans saved their lives. That's why it's called Thanks for Giving. But they took advantage of the Native Americans and called it manifest destiny. We're supposed to do this to them. Manifest destiny. Understand this. That is not the character of black people. We don't do that. Now, in the 1920s, when we had cities and towns, segregated cities and towns, 140 black banks. We had Black Wall Street. Caucasians came into our cities and towns and did business with us because we were good at what we did. You came into our towns and cities and you purchased penny stocks and we had to open those banks, and those banks were blooming because black investors could not get loans from white banks. And so they had to get loans from black banks. Black people did not have a lot of money, so the banks sold penny stocks. Penny stocks, and white people were buying those penny stocks too. And they were listening to our music too. And that's when you had the Roaring 20s. See, the Roaring 20s didn't just come out of nowhere. It was because of what was going on in the black community. We were lifting this country up. What happened? Rich white folks did not want to see black folks making money, nor did they want to see white folks making money. They wanted control of everything. What happened? What usually happens? What happens nowadays? A white woman goes into town, accuses a black man of this, that, and the other, and then what happens? They come back, burn the town down, burn the city down, riot, tear the place up, rob it, destroy the towns. And they did this throughout the 1920s. And what did it lead to? It led to the Depression. Yes, it led to the Depression. Depression didn't just happen. When you destroy 140 banks that are doing well and Black Wall Street, which was holding this country up, what do you expect but a depression? And I bring this up to tell you we are not like you. We would not make Jim Crow laws. We would not have picnics where human beings are being lynched. Pick a N-word. We wouldn't do that. We don't do that. We don't celebrate like that. That's satanic. Don't accuse me of doing the things that you would do because it belittles me in front of my God. You see, you celebrate people like Alexander the Great. The guy was a homosexual, pedophile, rapist, and he went and he left Greece with a bunch of men, and all they did was rape and pillage. And you call him Alexander the Great. See, that's the difference between us. To me, there is nothing great about him. There is nothing great about Napoleon either. Nothing. Then we had Harlem. We had Harlem. We were enjoying ourselves, partying, and guess what you did? You invited yourself to Harlem. We didn't get upset. We didn't riot. We welcomed you in. But let us go to a Caucasian club. We got to deal with racism. The same crap we have to deal with now. Motown. That's our thing. Motown would have a concert. We would go to our own concert. And then we have to argue with you because you wanted all the seats in the front. And we had to get that straightened out to where we gave you one half and then we had the other half. See, we are not you. We don't carry this inferiority complex that you have. And I say inferiority complex because there are a number of white women that come online and they say that they are jealous of black people. Understand this, when you are superior, you have nothing to be jealous about. The tendency is to try to pull people up. When you are superior, you want to help. When you are inferior, like the United States is, you want to hold people down. And that's why you put sanctions. That's the word I'm looking for. That's why you put sanctions on other countries to hold them down. That's why you put sanctions on China, because they have surpassed you in high tech. They have surpassed you because you're lazy. You accuse us being lazy, but you're lazy, and your way and the way people become billionaires in the United States is by lobbying Congress so that they don't have to pay taxes. Ronald Reagan took the taxes of the rich from 70% down to 28%, and then all of a sudden you got billionaires all over the place. And see, you call us lazy, but you're the lazy one. We built your cities, towns, and everything, and we built our own. And what did you do? You tore them up because you were jealous. Because you were jealous. Don't accuse my people of being like your people. We are different people. We are different people. The last thing I want to mention is that if we were in the situation that you're in, we would not be hiding history books, telling people don't read this book, don't read that book. We wouldn't be telling a lie saying that Columbus discovered America. We wouldn't be doing none of that. Because see, I can take pride in my history because there is no lynching, there is no slavery, there is no rape, pillaging, just whatever satanic thing you could think of to do to a person, you did it to us. But no, don't want to do that to you because I would get nothing out of it. I don't know what anybody gets out of that. I guess if you're jealous, then you'll do anything you can to hold people back to make yourself feel good. But no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then call myself, one thing's for sure, and I'm going to end here. One thing is for sure. I'm not going to bomb a hospital. I'm not going to bomb a refugee camp full of innocent people. I'm not going to bomb schools and then say, I am God's chosen people. Nothing could be more blasphemous. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.